Hello and welcome back. We are going to be making another video for you today. First, we just want to take a moment and talk about our videos a little bit. We do always have a like and subscribe button down at the bottom of our videos. If you do like each of our videos as you watch them, please feel free to like and subscribe to our channel. But tonight we are going to be making a dish for you that we have made once before and we actually really enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and call it mock pork chili verde. I am in no means going to suggest that what I'm about to do is authentic in any way. It's just a quick, easy way that you can make a chili verde if you do so like that, or if it's something that you want to try. So what we have here is just a couple very easy, simple ingredients. And this is some pork stew meat that we did pick up at Sam's Club. We came home and divided it up into individual bags of probably about 1.5 pounds to a pound each. And then we were expecting our daughter to come for dinner tonight, so we took out a lot of meat. That's okay, that'll give us leftovers for the next couple of days. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and pour my pork stew meat into my mixing bowl here. And then I will show you the other very few ingredients we will be using on our mock pork chili verde. This is some fajita seasoning. We did pick this up at a Mexican meat market in Minneapolis, probably about a year ago now, I guess. Last time my mom was here was for Easter, and that's when we picked it up. It has a very mild flavor. It is a little bit salty. Looks like it's by Mi Constantita. I'm not sure if I said that right. My daughter's probably going to cringe when she hears how I said that. But they may have a website or something if you are interested in that particular one. Otherwise, you can use any fajita seasoning. We also are going to be using a jar of Salsa Verde. This is just Sam's Choice. We pick it up at Walmart. It is a 16-ounce jar of the Salsa Verde. And we will be making some rice to eat our pork on top of. The only other ingredient really that I will be using is just a tiny bit of ordinary flour. So let's go ahead and get started for you. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and break up my pork chunks a little bit. I have a wooden spoon here. I'm broken up a little bit so that we're able to mix the flavoring onto them. Once we do that, we're just going to take our fajita seasoning here and we're just going to sprinkle just a light coating across the top. Go ahead and give that a little bit of a stir. Try and get some of that coating on all the flavoring on as much of the meat as you can. And then we'll go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit more on there, maybe just a little bit thicker of a coating that time. And go ahead and mix that up. That's all you're going to need. Just try, like I said, trying to get as much as you can on the meat. That's all you're going to need this time. Then what you want to do is just take your flour, and you're pretty much going to do it the same way you did your fajita seasoning. I'm just going to lightly sprinkle and get it all over top. Sprinkle some of that on there, and then as I do that, I'm just going to mix it and lightly coat my pork with a very, very, very light coating of flour. Use your hands. It doesn't hurt to use your hands to get it mixed on there. Maybe we just need just a little tiny bit more, just enough so that we can tell it's there. All right, there we go. Go ahead and mix that up. Okay, and then once we get that all mixed, I am going to heat up some olive oil in my pan over here. So I'll go ahead and turn this on. It's high. And then I'm just going to cover lightly, not even the whole bottom of the pan. That's good. Once we get that heated up, then we'll go ahead and come back and put our meat into our pan. All right, my oil has gotten plenty hot now, so what we're going to go ahead and do is just shake our pork meat into our pan. And what we basically just want to do is brown it just a little bit on all the sides. That's why we did coat it with a little bit of flour. So we're going to let that brown a little bit and we'll come back and have a look. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check my meat. As you can hear, I've got a good sizzle going on. We do have it getting a nice crispy coating there on one side. So we're going to go ahead and stir it up a little bit. Get the other side a little bit crispy, and then we'll go ahead and throw a cover on it and let it just kind of cook slowly with a cover on it for a little while so the meat gets nice and tender. We'll come back when we're ready to do that. Okay, we're just going ahead and giving our meat another little stir here. It's definitely getting a nice crispy coating on it, which is perfect. That's exactly what it is we do want it to do. Again, we're not wanting to fully cook the meat yet. We just want to get it nice and crispy coating there on the bottoms and the top. Give it just a couple more minutes and then I think we'll be ready to put the lid on. Okay, our pork is looking just about perfect here as far as doneness is what we want for right now. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to cover up our pan with a lid. We're going to turn it way down to low and we're going to set a timer for about 15 minutes to let it kind of steam and continue to cook to where it gets nice and tender, and then we'll come back and check on it. Also, while that is going on, we do have our water for our minute rice starting to heat up, so we'll get the rice added to that here in a few minutes. And we're going to go ahead and cut up some lime that we will also be having with our dinner. All right, while we were waiting to continue with our video, we did a little bit of talking and we decided to spice up our rice a little bit. So I have some freeze-dried chives here that you can pick up at any local supermarket, I'm sure. And we're just going to go ahead and pour some of those in our rice water, which is boiling at this time. And we went ahead and juiced one of our limes. So this is the juice of one lime. We're going to go ahead and add that to our water as well, just to give our rice a little bit of flavor. Now I do have 3 cups of water in there, so I'm going to go ahead and get 3 cups of minute rice in there. Give it a little bit of a stir. Yes, the handle of your wooden spoon works too. And then we're going to go ahead and get that removed from the heat and get the lid on it so that the rice can finish cooking. Alright, so our timer has gone off for our pork, so we're going to go ahead and remove the lid here. Put that over there. And as you can see, the pork looks very well cooked. There is a lot of juice and grease down in there with it, so we do want to get the pork out of that. So I have a slotted spoon here. I'm going to go ahead and use to get my pork out of my pan, and I'm going to put it in this large mixing bowl here.
Looks good. It smells good. Good.
You can still see some of that nice brown color where I got that crispy coating on it there at the beginning when I was giving it a little bit of a quick fry there for the pieces. Once we get all of this out of here, I'm going to set that aside and remove our grease from the heat so it'll quit bubbling. Then we're just going to take our jar of the Salsa Verde. I'm going to go ahead and get that open maybe. All right, we have gone ahead and got our Salsa Verde open now. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just pour a little bit in with the pork and give it a stir. And that's pretty much it to the mock pork Salsa Verde. Just pour in as much of the sauce as you would like or as little. Depends on your taste for the green chilies and the spice, of course. We're just going to go ahead and pour that whole thing in there. And then we're going to go ahead and move on over to the counter where we can get this plated up, and we'll let you see what it looks like once we get that accomplished.
Yep.
All right, we do have our table all ready now finally, so I'm going to go ahead and get myself dished up. Take a look at my rice. You can see that the dehydrated chives that we did add a little bit of color and pop to the rice there. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of rice on my plate. I like to mix all of mine together. Tom likes to keep his separate, so I'm going to put my rice right here in the center of my plate. And then I want to put just a little dab of butter there on my rice. Get my pork chili verde here, or mock pork chili verde. Go ahead and get that set across the top of my rice. And the last thing I do is top mine with a little bit of fresh squeezed lime juice. And that's it, everyone. That is my mock pork chili verde recipe. I hope you did enjoy this video. Again, if you did, please like or subscribe down at the bottom. Feel free to leave us some comments if you like. However, I will give a disclaimer that we're not always the best at answering the comments, and for that I do apologize. But again, thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your week. And then I stopped. I was waiting.
I'm just saying I'm moving around.
I expect you to jump when I say, okay?
That's going to be out of place. I love you. Okay.
Ready?